My next guest is a business strategist for influencers and experts looking to monetize and scale their audience through digital marketing and passive income. She has been featured in Forbes and Thrive Global. She is the one and only M. Ducharme. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I am so excited for today's guest. She is the one and only M. Ducharme. I've been following her forever online, and she's so inspiring, and I'm so grateful for her. Hello, M. How are you?
I am so good. I have a question. Do you speak French? Because you said my last name like real right.
Yes, je suis québécoise.
No way! I had no clue. Oh, well, your English is perfection as well. Okay, that's because normally, like, I laugh at the way people say my last name, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. She sounds right.
Yeah, like I'm just so mind blown. Like I love that we're both from Quebec, and it's always inspiring the heck out of me to see like powerful Quebec women succeed. Yeah. Like I just love that so much. So I want you to share more about that, like where you come from, how you got started, like give us all the deets.
Absolutely. So I come from a little village in Abitibi-Témiscamingue. I don't know if you know of it.
Yes.
Okay. So for 99.9% of the people who will listen to this, they don't know. Abitibi-Témiscamingue is it's a mining region in Quebec. So it's about 8 hours north, like drive from Montreal, which is the main city of Quebec, and Quebec City in Quebec. And it's quite far in the middle of nowhere. And I grew up there. My mom was a single mom until she met my adoptive dad. They got married again. But for most of my youth, I was living alone with her and my little brother. My dad left us when I was 5. And I grew up in that village working on a farm since I was 5 years old. I was helping my grandparents on the farm, and my mom was on welfare, and we had a very, very poor upbringing. However, here's the thing. The mentality when you grew up poor in a village on a farm is very different from the mentality of growing up in the ghetto and stuff like that. So I didn't know we didn't have money because nobody has money there. It's not it's not like I could see that people had money and then we don't have what people have, because we were all without, like, we will have, the lifestyle was the same. But when I was 15 years old, I just never felt like I fit in. I dropped out of school at 15 years old. I left with a black bag full of clothes, and I went to Montreal to my aunt's place, and I just showed up there, and she was like, uh-oh. I was at the door. She was like, "Uh-oh, what
happened?"
And ever since I was 15 years old, I just decided that I was already an adult, and I had my first business when I was 19, 20 years old, more or less. I can't remember exactly because I feel like I'm 200 years old now. and I've had multiple businesses. I traveled the world. I've been to 43 countries.
Wow.
I'm a public speaker. I have 13 online courses that I sell. I have multiple businesses that I run. I'm quite a successful person now. It's so weird for me to say that because I just never thought this would be available for me, but I worked really hard, and now I'm celebrating my success every day and the success of my clients. So this is kind of my background. I was the black sheep. I was the little white French girl, very shy, who became an international entrepreneur. I don't know how that happened, but that it
Yeah.
did.
Wow, your story is incredible. Like, I think this is what I love like about you so much is like you're just human like everyone else. Like, and I know you said that a lot as well in your content. Like, people have this unrealistic ideal of you and like they put you on the pedestal, but that like when you talk about like the struggles and what you've been through, like I just relate to it so much. So like what would you say to those people who keep doing that and keep getting triggered by you and like I want to get like the sense of like what would you say to them?
Well, here's the thing. When someone stands out, it's very uncomfortable for a lot of people. It's
Mhm.
not because I'm, people are quick to judge, especially when they see women really being in their power and their truth, and
Mhm.
they don't access that for themselves, or they have been told by society that they should not be that confident because it's cocky. They should not talk about
Mhm.
money because it's shameful. And like when you're so used to be contained, and then you see a woman who's completely liberated, who's
Yeah.
living the truth, who doesn't give a damn about what you think because she's so happy and she doesn't need anyone's validation, it's really triggering because
Mhm.
we're a mirror. So what triggers me and them is what they would love to access. And
Mm.
I hope if you're listening to this and you're triggered by me or by someone on the internet, that you're trying to find. Here's the thing, sometimes people try to find what's wrong about me so that they can justify why
Mm.
am I not better than them. So
Mhm.
instead of being like, I love this about this chick, like I think she's so smart, I think she's so confident, I want to be in her energy so I can get some for myself, because if you're in my energy, automatically you are getting some of it, and
Mhm.
you feel powerful because you're with someone who feel powerful, and eventually you don't even need to be in my energy to stay in that state. But some
Mm.
people, just by being in my energy, they make more money. By being in my energy, they get more clients. By being in my
Mm.
energy, they are happier. So
Mhm.
instead of trying to find what's wrong with the people that are successful, try to find what's right about them. Instead of
Yeah.
thinking like like sometimes people are like, well, she probably had help from her parents, she probably have a rich
Yeah.
boyfriend, she probably has a sugar daddy. Like, instead, like, but that's the truth. Like when
Yeah.
I was traveling, like everyone was trying to figure out if I had a sugar daddy, and I was like, what? It's but it's okay. It used to bother me. I used to want to justify myself so much, and now
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, of course I have a sugar daddy. It's called the universe, and he's very very generous with me. But I would just say, like, instead of trying to find what's wrong with someone so you can feel better about the fact you don't have what they have,
Mhm.
try to find what's right about them so that you can get more for yourself. We try to find the defaults into people instead of trying to find what we should get from them that's positive. I want this to shift.
Mm. Oh my gosh, this is so good, and you're so right. I love that. So, why do you think some people get very successful and others never make it?
So it's funny you asked that because I had this conversation yesterday, and I think it's two things. Like it depends. For me, I have, like, let's say my business, my personal brand, my coaching business. The business is me.
Mhm.
So, what do I need to be successful is about me. I need to become the person that's going to be successful, and I need to not stop doing the thing until I get there. A lot of
Mhm.
people, they don't become successful because when they don't see immediate results and instant gratification, they give up. I don't give up
Mm.
ever. I like, if I have a launch that is not bad, that is not good, I'm not going to be thinking like, oh, I have a failed launch. That is not in my vocabulary. What I'm going to say is, oh my God, like, okay, so this didn't convert, but I cannot wait because I know that it means that it's about to convert. It's just not going to convert now. So that means that in my next program is going to be an even bigger hit because of it, because the
Mm.
people are not ready to jump in yet. So everyone's going to be ready once I do my next one. This is my mentality. Instead of being like, oh, I had a failed launch, my business is gonna crumble. I don't think this way. So this is for personal branding and stuff. you are your asset, you're the vehicle of your business. So you
Yeah.
need to put fuel in your car all the time, you need to put premium, you need to take chances, you need to risk, you need to be consistent, you
Yeah.
need to believe in yourself, you need to invest. But when it comes to other businesses, for example, I have a business that's furniture for nursery rooms for babies,
Mm-hmm.
and which is completely odd because I don't even want a baby. But what is about this business? I know that if it becomes something, it's not about the product, it's not about me, it's about the people that are going to open doors for me. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if I want my products to be at Bye Bye Baby, I can't, like, it's going to be, I need to meet the right person who's going to open that door for me, and then the product's going to be there.
Mm.
You can have a really, really good business, but until you have the good connections that's going to take you somewhere to the next level, it's not going
Mm-hmm.
to happen. So that's another thing. A lot of entrepreneurs, they work on themselves, but they don't work on their network, or they work on the
Mm.
network and they don't work on themselves. You have to do both in order to succeed. And especially at the place where I am at now, I make money every day. Like, having 20, like yesterday I had a $25,000 day.
Mm-hmm.
Today it's 12. I've made $3,000 around that so far, and it's only noon. Like, I make money every single day. I make too much money to be able to spend it all. So at
Mm-hmm.
this point, it's not about what else do I need to sell. It's not about what else do I need to do. It's about who do I need to know to
Mm.
get to the next level. Like, who do I need to meet? And it's not even about me anymore, because me works. My business
Mm-hmm.
works. My model works. My courses works. So it's not about like validating if it works, because it does, and I make money every day showing that it does.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next step is like to extend my reach, and the only way that I can extend my reach is with my network. So that's something, to answer your question in a very long answer. But this is it, like, work on yourself and then work on your network. This is what you need to do to be successful.
I love it. Yeah, it makes so much sense for sure. And I'm curious to know, like, because you do have like a service based business, you do have a product based business, like, which one of those would you say you like the most, or which one has the most challenges between the two?
Oh my god, I would never have had a product-based businesses if I had known what I was getting myself involved. And I'm probably gonna listen to this in like 5 years and be like, thank God it's over that startup phase. So
Yeah.
it's a lot, like, it's any business that you're gonna start is gonna be a lot of headaches. A product base is very expensive because you have to buy the product. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like when you start something that's in exchange of your time and your knowledge, it doesn't cost you anything to start. When you
Mm-hmm.
start something where you have to have products, then it's going to cost you like $100,000 to start. It's a big
Wow.
difference. So it's a scary move to be able to build a business with my own money, because I'm financing my own stuff. I've always
Mm-hmm.
been this way. Not saying that is the smartest way. Absolutely not saying this. I'm just saying this is the way I do it because I'm stubborn, and that's that way. But it's harder to do product based because it's more expensive, because it's longer to build a brand, and because
Mm-hmm.
when you have a lot of expenses, there's a lot of pressure for things to move faster. If you're selling
Mm.
your time and you don't, it doesn't cost you anything to wait, it's very different. When it
Mm-hmm.
costs you a lot of money to wait, there's a added pressure. So definitely my coaching business, I don't do services anymore, so it's mostly courses and funnels and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
it's much easier, and the difference in expenses is huge.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense too, for sure. And I also know you have, lots of passive income streams. So where should people start when they look into passive income?
Well, it really depends on what they want. So, just to clarify something, a lot of people call a lot of things passive income, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
actually passive. So, I say passive because of the understanding that the general knowledge has. However, it's not, most of them, not, it's not truly passive. I would say it's semi passive or semi active, whatever
Mm-hmm.
you want to call it, because passive is only when you have absolutely nothing to do for it to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So royalties, for example, if you
Yeah.
write a book, and then you don't have to do anything, and then it sells itself without you putting any effort into the marketing, and it just sells itself, and then you make royalties every month. This is passive income. If you have a song that every time it plays on the radio you make money, this is passive income. If you buy a stock that you're just holding for like 10 years and every quarter you receive dividends from it, this is passive income because you don't have to do any work besides putting the money in and then letting the money give you babies. Funnels is passive to an extent. So some of my funnels I don't touch anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
they are passive because there's absolutely no work on my side to do. I
Mm-hmm.
just make money with them. But there's some stuff like at the beginning when you build a funnel to sell a course, for example, it's semi-active because you have to maintain, like to do the maintenance, and you have to do the modification, you have to optimize the funnel, so it's a little bit different, but then
Mm-hmm.
eventually you can become completely passive. So it depends for that. When it comes to which one should you do, it really depends on which ones are available to you. And that I go back to what I'm saying about the network. Your best opportunity for investment is always going to come from your network. It's
Mm-hmm.
always going to be like, hey, I have this project. This is this much investment. This is what the return on investment will be. Are you in or not? This is the type of emails that I receive all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is an investment opportunity that brings me passive or active semi passive, and like normally those are passive income. If I don't have a network, I don't have opportunities. If I don't have a network, I'm the only person that can go create the opportunities, and then it's more work because you have to create the opportunity instead of receiving the opportunity. So I would start, like, if I want to look into passive income, I would look at to what do I do and what do I want to do with my money. So for example, if you're a coach and you have courses, don't let them do nothing. If you have courses, turn them into funnels, make a way, find a way that is going to become passive or semi-active for you, that you're
Mm-hmm.
going to create more income. You already done the work. Your thing is already created. Do something with it instead of creating it once and then hoping one day someone's going to ask for it. Like that's not what I recommend. I recommend always to not leaving money on the table. Like a lot of people,
Mm.
that's what they do. They leave money on the table because they're addicted to selling. They're addicted to making quick money every day, so they don't want to do the work
Mm.
required to building the passive income streams. Did that
Yeah.
answer the question?
Yeah, for sure. That is so interesting. And I love how you think on the long term too. Like you said, like lots of people just want to make quick money, but like building those funnels, it's for the long term for
Yeah.
sure. I love that. So I ask this to everyone who comes on the podcast, and I'm very curious to know your answer. What does being a powerful leader mean to you?
A powerful leader, first of all, that would be someone who's self-led. So someone
Mm-hmm.
who actually walks their talk, not someone who tells people to do something and then they do the complete opposite. One of
Mm-hmm.
my pet peeves is when my clients say like, "Oh, I know I should do this." I always tell my client to do it, but I don't do it. Well, why? Like, we need to fix this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
stop telling people what to do if you're not doing it yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
really dislike when I receive an advice from someone who clearly needs the advice as well. Do not tell me what to do with my money when you're broke. Do not tell me what to do with my health if you're unhealthy. Do, like, fix your own, and then once you're coming from a place that you can give me advice because you've done it so much that I can see it works, then I will gladly want to listen to you. So for me, a
Mm.
powerful leader is that. And a powerful leader is not trying to control, it's trying to share. I don't want to tell people what to do, and I don't want to be like giving a mindset to people that I'm the one and only and my opinion is the best opinion,
Mm.
even though I truly believe I have the best opinion because I'm a manifester and we are all about ourselves.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, like, there's so many ways to come to the same conclusion. You don't have to think like me, and you don't have to work like me, and you can do something completely different as well. I think
Mm-hmm.
a powerful leader is really someone who's self-led, someone who leads, doesn't follow, like if you're copying my things, you're a follower, you're not a leader. And someone who's a leader is someone that goes first.
Mm-hmm.
So I go first all the time. I do things before I know if they work, and then I tell you, no, don't do that, it doesn't work. So I, like, a leader is going to go first, and it's not going to be scared of experimenting and experiencing before. So sometimes
Mm.
I'm going to try different marketing strategies, for example, and then I'm going to let my clients know, like, okay, so I tried this and this is the result. So if you guys want to do this, this is what I would change and this is what I would do if I were to start over. And then if you want my ideas, go with it. So like,
Mm-hmm.
that's what for me a good leader is.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Like I hear so many answers and this one was like, yes, beautiful
Yes,
plan.
you're speaking my love language right now. Words of affirmation. Thank you very much.
Yes, awesome. So, do you have, any last piece of wisdom that you'd like to share with our audience today?
So, what I love, one thing that I love to remind everyone is when you listen to something that gives you a fire within you, that like gives you, make you feel powerful, even if it's only for a minute, do something with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't like go like listen to this and like, oh yeah, and then go back to Netflix. Like, do something with it. Life is so beautiful. It's so much, there's so much potential, there's opportunities everywhere. Something
Mm-hmm.
I read that when I was a kid, and it marked me, like, opportunities dance with those already on the dance floor. Like, if you want
Mm.
to have opportunities into your life, you have to be out there living your life. It's not going to come to you. No one's going to knock at your door to give you an opportunity. So if you're
Mm.
listening to this, I want you to go live life and listen to Anna Patricia's podcast all the time as well.
Yes, thank you for saying that. So, where can people go to connect with you further online?
Absolutely. So you can go on my website, mducharme.com. I have a free course there called 5 Days to 5K, which is a cash injection course that I love very much. And you can also connect with me on socials. So m.ducharme on Instagram and mducharme on Facebook. Very easy to remember.
Yes, go follow Em, go send her a message and connect. She's amazing. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.